How's it going, guys? This is Saint 16th Music here, and today I collaborated with a producer named Plonkapple. So we made 2 tracks together, and over on his channel, he has a walkthrough of the first track that we did. And I really I can't talk. And I really recommend that you go check that out, because we go really into depth on how we collaborated over such a long distance and the different sections of the song. The link to the walkthrough of the first track will be in the description. For the second track that we did, he basically sent me the start of an idea, and then I transformed that into a full track. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and show you this track. So, the track that I'm breaking down is Sneakster. I highly recommend you go listen to that, link in the description, so that you know what I'm referencing when I'm talking about all this stuff. Plonkapple's walkthrough and the other song we collaborated on will also be in the description. So, basically, it started off with this idea at the very start of the song that Plonkapple sent to me. So that's basically what he sent over to me, and I liked it, but I wanted a different vibe, because I was just kind of in the mood to make some high energy EDM music. So I thought, okay, this bass line, that could sound good as a lead. So I did that. And for the lead sound, we have a 4-osc patch, which is a saw in a square. The saw is detuned and spread, and then the cutoff frequency is being modulated by this envelope, which has a really harsh attack to make that pluck. Next, I had this bass come in, which is basically just repeating the same note. And that is another 4-osc patch, pretty similar. The decay is a bit longer on the envelope for the filter, and the cutoff frequency is different, but other than that, it's pretty much the same, and the detune is off here, but... and then I have that going through a compressor, which is sidechained to track 15, which is solely acting as a sidechain trigger. The lead I also have going through reverb. Next, it basically just stays the same for a bit. And then I introduced kind of the section of the song that would lay the framework for the rest of the song, which is these drums and that pad. That's pretty simple. The pad is just another 4-osc patch. I'll show you that here. And then it's going through some reverb, and then to a compressor that's sidechained to track 15 again. Then I have that repeating, and then it goes into this build-up section, which I have a automation curve right here mapped to this master EQ's cutoff frequency, so that we can build suspense as the build-up happens. And then I have the snare right here in a sampler that is going up gradually. And then I have the drop, which is basically just the exact same thing, except with an added bass and some added pads. So the bass I added is right here, and it's basically just a sub. And it's turned down pretty quiet, so it's hardly even noticeable. It just adds some low end that beefens up the sound of the original bass. And then we also have these chords, which are playing 16th notes. and that is sidechained to track 15 as well. And then the only other difference is during this section, there's a melody that plays. And I just came up with that melody by playing that in on my keyboard, kind of improvising it, cutting in what I liked and cutting out what I didn't. One of the things that I find difficult is bending notes with a pitch wheel, because to me it's just not very natural. Because it has a fixed range that you can slide to, and it's hard to get anything in between that. So what I ended up doing is just setting this to legato mode so that I can bend notes by just pressing the key I want it to bend to and the initial key I want it to bend from. So like, and to me that makes it a lot more expressive and a lot more easy to do that. One of the things you have to do for that though is you have to turn the attack way down, because if the attack is turned up, it will bend between almost every note. So you have to make sure that that's turned down to a reasonable number so that you can articulate notes to differentiate between the slides and the non-slides. The bass line here also changes to octaves. That's basically it for the drop. I also have this little lead that just plays as an added color or flavor in the track. That just happens once in the track, but in context, I feel like it adds a lot. You can hear that it just adds some energy to it, and I really liked how that ended up. So over here, I introduced a bass line that I wanted to be kind of an arpeggio of what the chords are doing. So here, this is what I came up with. Over here, what I have happening is I wanted it to fade in from like the acoustic bass sound to the synthesizer bass sound, which is right here. So I had an automation curve for the cutoff frequency of the bass, and then I also crossfaded those right here. So this is what that ends up sounding like. And then I really like how that bass line that I was talking about incorporates into the rest of the stuff. So then it just repeats the melody, and then it has a different melody that's doubled with the sound that was playing this little bit of extra spice right in here. And then it just fades out with an automation curve modulating the high pass frequency. So that just adds some tension, and then it just releases. Yeah, overall the track was pretty simple, but I think it really ended up sounding good in the end. I think that's pretty much all I have to say about it for this video. I really recommend that you go check out Plonkapple's walkthrough of the other track we did, and I will also link both of the tracks that we did in the description. So go listen to those, go watch his walkthrough. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Keep on making music, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.